Welcome to Family Friendly Foods. Today, we're going to have fun with salads. Okay, Kirby.
Chef Nancy.
Today, the first thing we're going to make is a green bean salad. Now, there's two ways to do this. One, you can use your frozen French cut green beans and just thaw them.
I have a lot of those in my refrigerator.
I love French cut green beans. Yeah, I would suggest the freezer. But what we're doing today instead, because I want to show y'all a method, we're going to do it with haricots verts, which are baby green beans. And I've rinsed them off here. You can get them at Value Market. They come in a package.
Are they smaller because they're babies?
Yeah, see, they're skinny. Yeah.
And they're, what, plucked from the vine
earlier?
Yeah.
Well, not really, but it's a French green bean, okay? Which I love because on this package,
très bien.
It says...
Gosh, you start speaking French as soon as you take a bite.
It's product of Guatemala. I don't understand, but anyway. Aren't they good? Now, what we're
Guatemalan French green beans.
What we're going to do is I want to blanch them, and I just want to show people that
I'd like
method.
to know how to do that, too.
Okay, so what we're going to do, I got boiling water.
Because I suspect these are far tastier than frozen, but maybe not.
Well, they are.
Good.
All right, but I'm going to use some sea salt.
And we're boiling here. Our water's already boiling.
Yeah. Now, this sea salt, I'm going to be obnoxious.
All right.
This sea salt came from my nephew who lives in the wine region of France. And he brought it to me. It's
perfect for
Mediterranean sea
French
salt.
green beans. Okay.
Now, the reason I put salt in the water is because I want the chlorophyll to come out of the green beans and them to be brighter. Did you see my new towels I've got?
Yes, they're adorable.
I got them for my birthday. I'm very proud of them.
Nancy loves dachshunds.
I got wiener dogs.
She even has a tattoo of one on her ankle.
That's right, by golly. All right, when this comes back to a boil, I'm going to take them out.
All right.
I'm not trying to cook them. I'm blanching them.
So they're still crispy when we eat them.
Right.
Okay.
Now, I've got some ice here.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to ask you to hold this. And I'm going to get this out of the way.
She's putting me to work
Here,
in the best way
put that
possible.
Right here.
Just hold things.
Yeah. Now.
And, okay.
What you want to do is what we call shock. Now, would you put some cold water in that and put it in here too?
So we're going to shock the green beans.
Yes, because we don't want them to keep cooking. If I just take them out, they're going to keep cooking. Perfect.
Okay.
Now, I've got icy cold water. See, they're coming back to a boil. All right? See, it's burling?
Yep. It is burling.
It's burling. So I'm going to take them out.
Wow, that was very quick.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple of minutes max.
Yeah. Different things take, like broccoli takes a little bit longer. Like when I'm using broccoli for a dip, I always blanch it. And it's always, see how bright green that is now?
I'm going to get them underneath the cold water. Oh, yeah, you're right. They're still quite hot. Nice and chilly now. Chili green beans.
All righty. Now I'm going to just turn that out of my way.
Okay.
And then, oh, yeah, good. Yeah, you don't want them, they'll keep cooking.
Yep. Here.
Oh, thank you, madam. All right. Now, we're going to drain these in a little bit, but we want them to stay in the ice water.
Okay.
So I'm going to move them back here.
All right.
Hi, I put my back to the camera. I know better.
Well, it was ever so quick.
All right, now, I already peeled the garlic. Now, we want to put some sea salt.
Okay.
I like to use the sea salt when I do this because it's rougher, and it makes it
That's a good question.
up better.
While you're adding, I've always wondered, when do I use sea salt compared to just the fine grain salt?
Well, it depends on you.
Okay.
Okay. I use the coarse salt for this because it helps break up the garlic. Oh, see, you're taller than I am. Put that on there.
Yep.
All right, now you got to press on.
Okay.
All right, now press something else, like. Okay. On the recipe, I have 1/3 cup of oil and 1/3 cup of lemon juice.
All right.
I'm just going to add.
I know. I love that about Chef Nancy. She can just eyeball it. And then I try to do that at home. And,
It doesn't work?
well, my
Well.
goal is to get better at it. But I do know from
You wanna-
cooking with you that
Can you empty this?
sure.
Okie dokie, Smokey.
So right now we're making the dressing for
Yeah,
the
this is
green-
Lebanese dressing.
All right. Oh, this is what sometimes we make in the little Cuisinart.
Right. See, and now the only thing about this you have to remember is it won't stay emulsified.
Okay.
So we've got it made. Now just sit that to the side and we'll use it in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Rock and roll. Now, the recipe says 4 green onions, but these are so little, I'm just using the whole bunch, okay? So, if you will cut those up.
And when I cut a green onion, do I cut all the way up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, while you're doing that, this recipe calls for 1 large tomato. And I got a biggie here.
That is a beautiful tomato. Did you grow that yourself or did you get that at Value Market?
I got it at Value. You know what? I go to grab tomatoes from my garden, and they're sitting on the fence is a half-eaten tomato.
Yep.
From the daggone. Now, don't just press down.
I know, saw.
Thank you. All right, now, I'm going to take this, and so since it rocks around.
What eats your tomatoes?
Squirrels.
Yep,
And
squirrels
they're
are what eat
very
mine.
proud of it.
Yes, they are.
And I find them all over the yard.
They only eat a little bit and then they move on.
It makes me so daggone mad.
I think they can't remember that they don't actually like tomatoes.
Oh, no, they like them because they keep coming back for more. Oh, no, Mr.
You know, one of the things we
Bill.
want to remind our viewers of is the fact that you can watch our family-friendly food segments on all sorts of different platforms.
You know, that's right. Somebody at the pool was telling me.
You can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us on Roku. You can watch us on also social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram. And you look for Louisville Metro TV. Make sure it's Louisville Metro TV. And also Apple TV. We're also on Apple TV. So lots of ways to
Wow.
find us. We're on Spectrum, channel 184, I believe.
Exactly.
So, you know, next time you're down in the kitchen with your iPad and you think, I don't know what to make for dinner. Well, guess what? You can pull us up on the iPad and Chef Nancy and we'll take you through the recipe. And
That's what I had,
And I'll be standing by.
Somebody do. I'm going to move our garbage bag right
And we'll
here.
remind you about all that later, too, just so that you can keep track.
Okay.
So I put this in here?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you didn't
Here,
bring
here.
along the
Oh, I did.
the windshield scrapers.
The windshield scraper. Actually, I did.
Okay. Well, this works just fine.
Okay. Now, I'm going to drain the haricot vert.
All right.
Notice, I love saying that.
I know you. And I'm
And
letting
when
you say
I
it.
do that, I'm
Haricot
going to
vert.
get something to stir that with.
All right.
Well,
In the
you know
meantime, I'll
what?
flip it around.
No.
I could use these tongs,
Well, you could.
and I'm going to. It's already really. One of the things that's so nice about Nancy's recipes, Chef Nancy's recipes, they're always very colorful and they just look more appetizing, I think, when you have foods that are bright and cheerful like this. I think those green beans are going to really add a touch of brilliant green to this recipe.
I know, look at that. Look at those. Aren't they beautiful?
They are. They're sensational. And
I've got impeccably clean hands, as Sarah Moulton would say.
well, we both do. So we don't cut up the green beans at all. We just put
No.
them in. Actually,
Now-
these tongs are working really well.
Kirby,
Yes.
time for the dressing.
Time for the dressing. Do I need to emulsify again?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Perfect.
So I was paying attention. And this dressing is so good. We've made this
I
before.
love it.
And it's so easy. Whole thing?
Yeah. Just
so-
because we're not going to
And
use
no-
it anywhere
no
else.
worries about
Here,
the
here,
fa-
here. Garlic.
No worries about the fact that the garlic is still a little chunky in there, right?
Right.
It's all good?
We're not going to worry about it.
Ooh, there's a couple.
Now, on the recipe, I mentioned you can put all this together and refrigerate it, and then when you're getting ready to serve it, toss it in the dressing. The reason I say that is if you use a lemon dressing or a vinegar dressing, it'll start to cook the green beans and it'll make them brown.
So you want to wait until right before you're going to serve it?
Right.
Got it. All right.
Unless you're doing ranch dressing on it.
Can I have a taste?
Yeah. What do you think? Isn't that good?
Chef Nancy, this tastes like summer.
Hand me that white bowl. Okay.
It's really good.
All right. I'm going to let you put it in here. I don't know whether you want to tong it or.
I'll use the tongs.
Okay.
Trying to go quickly here. We're on television. But
But that's all right. Oh, look.
see, so good.
It is good.
So all we needed was green beans, and I do like these fresh green beans. Green beans, tomatoes, green onions,
And a dressing.
garlic for the dressing, olive oil, and lemon juice, and some salt.
Now you can pour it from there.
All right, I'm going to pour it in. Delicious. Yum. I'll just get the last little bits in there so we don't waste
Gosh,
anything.
I love this salad. I had my sister over for her 91st birthday.
Yes?
And I fixed this with flank steak.
Yep. Delicious.
Yeah, it was. I mean, sometimes you get sick of the same old, same
Well,
old.
I'm sick of the same old. I eat a lot of salad, but I'm so excited for our recipes today because I'm sick of the
would you
same old,
put
same old.
that here?
So,
she can get a
don't forget
shot.
to also serve this with a knife.
All right. Well, let's straighten up and guess what salad we're going to make next? It's a rendition of the carrot, pineapple, and raisin salad that used to have mayonnaise on it.
Right.
Yeah. No, we're going to do it different.
Back
It's
in the
going to be high in
60s?
protein.
Back, back in the day when people used to have telephones on the wall. But we're going to do the modern version of that.
That's right.
Got it.
That's right.
All right, let's do it. Let's clean up.
Okay, let's clean up. Well, we've
Yes?
got it all cleaned up, aren't we swell? Now, we're going to make our second salad. Now, this one I'm making with cottage cheese. People don't eat cottage cheese. We had at least 3 or 4 nights a week when I was growing up.
You know, I do forget about cottage cheese, but I'm one of the people, I think you either like it or you don't.
Well, it doesn't have a whole lot of flavor.
But with a little pepper and some tomatoes.
Right.
mwah.
Well, here we're going to do it a little different. Now, a serving size is a half a cup, and that has 12 grams of protein.
That's awesome. That's would be good to eat after a run.
It would be good to eat for anything because it does have so much protein. And that's what people don't realize about cottage cheese.
You want me to open that up?
Please, madam, and put it in our bowl.
The whole thing?
Yeah,
All right. So this is how many ounces do you think?
16.
16. All right. Here we go.
Didn't that sit
Just like
your-
magic. Here we go.
Oh,
This?
okay. Yeah.
Yep. All right.
All right.
Next. I'm going to save this for later so I can take some salad home with me.
There you go. Now, about a fourth of a cup of raisins or a little bit more if you want, okay? And I just discovered that these little boxes of raisins are about a fourth of a cup.
Okay, and let's just remind everybody that this recipe is based on something that was
An
popular.
old-time recipe that was popular, carrot, raisin, and pineapple salad. Oh, pineapple. I got to do this.
It seems like that's
What
one
I
of the
do
key ingredients.
is I've got, it's the 8-ounce thing of pineapple tidbits.
Tidbits, all right.
All right,
Can we
now,
open that baby up? Oh, you
what
got
I'm
it.
going to do is I want to drain it some.
You taught me something really important long ago. You want me to get that? And it was when you donate food to food pantries.
Yeah.
Good grief.
All right, that's good enough. That's
You
good
should make sure they have those easy openers
Open
on
thing,
them.
because they don't always have can openers.
Yeah. Where I run in the morning is close to a food pantry, and I'll often find cans of unopened tuna and other foods like that because,
They couldn't get them open.
right, they just left them there.
Either that or somebody can
The
donate
recipient just left it there.
a
Yeah.
gross of,
But if you don't have a home, you don't want to carry a can opener around with you.
no, you don't.
Okay,
there.
so 1 can of tidbits.
Yes.
I love 1 can of tidbits.
And again, you don't really have to measure this stuff. This is about a half a cup of grated carrots.
This seems simple enough.
It's simple, but it's tasty. Doesn't it look pretty?
It does look nice.
It looks like sunshine.
It looks like something for a luncheon.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? Now, I want to put pepper on it.
Yes.
I'm going to use black pepper. I'm not using white pepper.
Black pepper makes cottage cheese
Yummy.
so good. I wonder whoever came up with that combination, because it works.
Well, probably somebody that had good taste buds.
Yeah, probably somebody like you.
Possibly.
Okay.
Now, how's that look?
It's looking good to me. How's it
All
look
right,
to you?
let's put it in the bowl.
What do we call that in the restaurant business? Plate it up?
Plate it up, sister. Wait a minute.
Yes? All right, Chef, I can plate it up completely? Mm-hmm. Boy, that took all of
2 seconds.
2 seconds to make.
But I tell you, it really is a good dish.
And you know what? If you were just having hamburgers for dinner, hamburgers on the grill, bison burgers or whatever, Impossible burgers, make something like this on the side.
It's a great side dish.
Makes the whole meal, it makes it feel more special.
And then if
delicious.
somebody's vegetarian, look at the protein they're getting.
Pardon me, just yeah.
Oh, wait till you taste that. Doesn't it taste good? And it's not mayonnaise. It's not that I hate mayonnaise, people. It's just I'm sick of it.
Okay,
You
that's
know?
fair. And that is with the pineapple, delicious.
It's a pick-me-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that.
So we had shredded carrots, we had cottage cheese, we had raisins, and some black pepper, and of course tidbits of
Tidbits. Now, when you go to get these,
Of
they
pineapple.
also have crushed pineapple and all that stuff. I like the tidbits. I want something I can get my mouth feel. Okay?
I want to always buy tidbits. All right, so
How
we
are
clean
your
up.
tidbits?
My tidbits are doing well.
Well, that's great.
My daughters, they're doing well. So we clean up and do our third recipe.
That's right. You got it, sister. Okay. Okay, Miss Kirby, we're ready to rock and roll on our third salad. Now, this is a takeoff on Waldorf salad, but again, no mayo.
Yeah, okay, good.
All right, and what we're using for this one is Greek yogurt, and I'm using vanilla because I like.
And it's not that you hate mayonnaise, right?
No, I just want something
You
different.
want a different taste. Okay.
Yeah,
And I
and
like to
the-
know all these different substitutes.
And these Greek yogurt, one container is 15 grams of protein,
Amazing.
which again, if you're vegetarian, this is pretty important.
It's important in a lot of families. If you have kids that are like in cross country or sports, you
Yeah.
need to eat protein 30 minutes after they finish their sport, and this is a great option. Or the cottage cheese that we just made a recipe with.
Well, yeah, and the whole point is it's not just what I keep saying for vegetarians. Your point is very well taken.
Thank you.
And I mean, I work out 3 days a week in a pool, and I get home and I think I'm going to die of hunger, and all I need is a little bit of one of these, and I'm fine.
Yep, some protein.
Yeah.
Feed those muscles.
Yeah, sister.
All right, so Waldorf salad. I don't have any idea how to make a Waldorf salad.
Well, you're really not going to learn from here. We're making it different. Now, first thing we're going to do is cut up an apple.
Am I going to cut up an apple too?
Yes.
All right.
Now, watch what I'm doing.
All right.
Because I got a good way of cutting it. You're going to cut around the core, okay? So there's the core right there. So I'm going to cut.
I'm still cutting my red and green and yellow peppers the way you taught me.
This way, yeah. All right, so I did that, and I'm going to lay it flat, and I'm going to cut on this side. Lay it flat. Whoops, I think I got a little core on that one, and then I'm going like this.
Okay.
Now, you don't want to waste what you have left. You can either eat it or give it to the dog.
Okay.
Okay?
Or the squirrels.
I don't like squirrels.
You don't want to feed the squirrels and
No.
bring them back? All right, you could just eat that. There we go. I did a better job. And now we're just going to do what? Little bite-sized?
Yeah. Okay. You want bite size?
Pretty much.
I like bite size.
Pretty much everything we do is bite-sized, right?
Yeah, I don't like having a big old hunk of something. You know?
Chef Nancy,
Kirby Adams.
why does the green apple work best in this recipe as opposed to the red
because
apple?
I like Granny Smith because it's tart
Okay.
and it's tasty when you have something sweet like vanilla yogurt.
I see. All right. I'm going to move this here so that just
Now look how big those pieces are, young lady. Who your husband, I know, doesn't have that big of a mouth. Speaking of your husband, how's he doing?
good.
Good. You're not supposed to talk with food in your mouth, Kirby.
I was trying to hide it from you.
Uh-huh.
Yep, he's good. Thank you. He is
I was telling people.
utilizing the Ohio River a lot. He's been racing a lot, sailboats.
Oh, really? I didn't know you did that.
That's how I met him. All those years ago.
You're kidding me. I didn't know that.
True story.
I was at the pool the other day, and they were asking me if you were still on the show, and I said yes, and I told them about YouTube, and all of a sudden, the time we did the German show came up, and that you were doing the pork chops, and you had never cooked pork chops
Nope.
or touched them before. The whole group of us just burst out laughing. They love you.
I have to tell you, I haven't made a pork chop since.
Really?
But I'm glad that as you're putting the yogurt in here, I wanted to remind you that if you're watching us on TV right now, you can get to family-friendly foods a lot of other ways, which is nice. I know that I cook with my iPad down in the kitchen. So you can find us on YouTube and on Apple TV and on Roku. If you've got Spectrum, it's channel 184. And then,
12 o'clock.
is it right at 12 o'clock? Okay. And also on Facebook. You can watch whole episodes on Facebook. And then if you just want to know when the next recipes are coming along, because they pop up and it's nice to have something fresh in your feed, you can get notified on Twitter and also on Instagram. So there's lots of ways to get to us. You don't have to be stuck to the TV. Isn't that nice to know?
Unless you're brain dead like I am.
Well, that's not true. But now you've put in a whole container of Greek yogurt, vanilla yogurt.
Vanilla. I like the vanilla.
now I'm gonna mix
Now,
this up.
I'm going to.
Right now we're
What
making
did I do with the.
knife.
No, I had craisins. Oh, somebody took my craisins.
I'm crazy about craisins.
Now, I'm going to use about 1/4 of a cup of these. Again, you don't really have to measure. You can look and see. Oh, whoops.
You told me that kids like craisins more than raisins these days.
You know, it's funny, but I was doing something with raisins, and this was years ago. And you'd have thought I'd ask them to eat something that was poison. Hey, we're not going to eat those. Those are nasty. I hate that word. Oh, it's just nasty.
You and I both have taught cooking with children, and it's always interesting what sets them off.
Oh, I know. It really is.
I think the thing that really sets them off is if they have heard their parents say they don't like something, then they immediately won't try it.
Well,
So,
and I absolutely, when I've got parents around, I tell them, no, don't do that.
please don't say, I don't like red peppers, because your child might have liked them, and they're very good for you, that kind of thing.
And it could be something that they have to have in their diet if they've got something. I got to cut these a little bit smaller.
So now we've got our walnuts, and that's kind of the signature ingredient in a Waldorf salad, even though
It's
this
crunchy too.
is not a Waldorf salad.
Right. But it's a takeoff. Now, you can use as much of these as you want. Again, this is adding more protein.
This salad packs a punch of protein.
It does.
Okay.
You know what else
What?
packs a bunch of protein? Mix yogurt, half yogurt,
Yes?
and half peanut butter. Now, don't think I'm being crazy, but it
That's
really is
good.
good.
It
And
really is good.
It's good with vegetables. It's good with apples.
Yes.
It's good with pretzels.
It's a good dip. You're right, I forgot about
It's
that.
a total protein dip. Well, this looks good.
It does
Wait
look
a
good. Why don't
minute,
you let us know if we've got it right? This has been a great 3 recipes, because pretty much I've had something to do the whole time, which is stir. And, thank you. Can I just eat it like this?
Isn't that good? See, that's why I use Granny Smith. Right. But see, the tart apple
Yes, is that-
goes with the sweet yogurt and the sweet craisins.
Absolutely. So, if you can, get the green apples. If you don't,
Well, the Granny Smith. Now, not all green apples are Granny Smith.
oh, is that right? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, there it is. That's delicious. 3
It is delicious.
fantastic recipes. Thank you, Chef Nancy.
You're welcome, Kirby Adams. But you know what? I really like these kind of salads because they're the kind of things you can snack on.
Yeah, I'd eat that whole thing for lunch.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's good. Okay. How about it, people? Let's have some salads.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome.